Hi, I'm Grace with the Alliance team at RE/MAX Results. Today, we're here with loan originator Christopher Huerzo and broker Freddy Rodriguez with Motto Mortgage Plus, and we have some questions from people who are new to the home loan process. What inspired the creation of Motto Mortgage Plus, and how does it differ from other mortgage companies?
Well, what inspired me to start the creation of Motto Mortgage Plus is as a real estate agent, I used to see buyers or potential buyers getting charged outrageous fees and closing costs and higher rates than they could have gotten. Motto Mortgage gave me an opportunity to allow people to shop for the best rates and terms and conditions for their mortgage. Being a broker with Motto Mortgage allows us to shop on behalf of the customer for the best deals.
Yeah, so what we do there is that instead of everyone going to X, Y, and Z bank going down the block for consideration, we have access to these wholesale banks, which only loan originators do. We do the shopping instead of you having multiple credit pools in process. So that's a major benefit of us here at the broker model.
Can you walk me through the process of securing a mortgage?
Yeah, so straightforward. A few steps involved when looking to, complete from A to Z for a mortgage. First step would be getting your pre-qualification situated, which at that point, we're collecting your financials, such as bank statements, pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns if you're self-employed, as well as your credit. We're running your credit at that point. What we're looking to accomplish here is to determine how much of a home you can afford and how much we can send you shopping for. Second step would be submitting to underwriting. At this point, what happens is you've already gone shopping, you're under contract for a home. So the documentation that I, as your loan originator, collected, as well as the contract that's executed, we submit that to the bank for a underwriter to review and approve. The third step would be to order an appraisal on the property. This step is crucial because an appraiser goes out to the property, determines its market value, to ensure that the collateral is sufficient for the loan that's being applied for. Last step would be the final approval, which is where underwriters submit a clear to close. At this point, what they're saying is they reviewed all documentation and nothing else is needed. And the last step, which is the most fun, is your closing. So you're actually closing and you're signing the closing documents and you receive a copy of your keys to your new home.
How do you stay up to date on changes in the mortgage industry?
Yeah, so we stay up to date a few ways. One of the most important ways is with the banks that we broker to and partner with. We receive automatic email updates every morning. And what these updates consist of are things that have gone on in the market, the effects they have on the financial market, as well as the effects they will have for the interest rates for our clients.
Do you underwrite loans in-house?
Yeah, so for this one, we do not underwrite loans in-house. This is handled by whatever bank we choose to broker to, as they're in charge of the underwriting process. What we do handle in-house is processing. And what happens here is processing, or the processor is in charge of collecting all documentation that has been requested by the bank, make sure it's submitted in a timely manner, and making sure we follow the timelines that are set by the purchase contract. That's really their job, to make sure everything flows smoothly.
Do you offer the option for clients to lock in their rate while they are shopping for a home?
Yeah, so in what we call lock and shop, we do offer that option for clients. Many clients, it's their decision whether they want to lock at that point or not. It's their decision to make. Of course, if I can offer some personal preference, I say to always wait until you get an executed contract to lock your rate. And the reason behind that is because sometimes your time frame is not met as far as how long you've locked the rate for. And also, there might be a change in one of the factors that affects your pricing, which is determined by your purchase price, credit score, and down payment. So if any of those factors change, looking for a home, that will distort the pricing for your loan. So of course, it's the client's decision, and we'll make sure that they're advised the best that they can be.
Does Motto Mortgage Plus have an origination fee?
Yeah, so for origination, it depends on what bank we broker to. Some of the banks we broker to do not have an origination fee due to the agreement we have in place for brokering to them. So due to our agreement, as a result, we're able to offer a no origination option for clients. So to answer your question, it depends. Well, whoever's offering the best scenario for the client and who we partner them with.
Can you speak on any unique benefits or programs that Motto Mortgage Plus offers to clients, like first-time buyers or down payment assistance?
Yeah, so for first-time home buyers, when you're using your own funds, you can submit as little as 3% down on a conventional loan program, as well as what we recently rolled out, a 1% down payment option for first-time home buyers, and that's a limited time. It just rolled out, not gonna stay here forever. Another option that we do have a down payment assistance option. We've partnered with 𝐇𝐨𝐿, which is the Texas State Affordable Housing Corporation. And what we're able to do there is obtain anywhere from 2 to 5% of the loan amount to help reduce the buyer's closing costs by that amount. And yeah, that's offered on FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional loan programs. Of course, again, down payment assistance is not always the best option for each client. Our job is to advise them their options, and they stick with whichever offers the least path of resistance to purchasing a home.
Can you tell me about this 1% program you guys have?
According to the National Association of Realtors, the biggest hurdle for first-time home buyers is all the upfront costs, like a down payment and closing costs. So Realtor.com has a similar program that we have, but their program, according to their website, how first-time home buyers can get a rebate of 0.3% 2 months after closing. But my thought is, that's not really when buyers need it. They need it at closing, not 2 months after they close. Anyway, so that 1%'s got to come from somewhere, right? And and we're working with realtors to basically chip in, if you will, to bring the buyer's closing costs down or contribute towards their down payment. So that 1% can make a big difference when you're talking about $200,000 or $400,000 plus. I mean, do the math, and that's a lot of money that we can save the buyer.
What do potential borrowers need to bring to you?
Yeah, very simple upfront documentation that's needed. I always give a general rule of thumb: 2 most recent pay stubs, 2 most recent bank statements, and 2 most recent W-2s or tax returns if you're self-employed, along with a copy of your driver's license so we can verify your identity.
How much down payment will a client need for most programs?
Yeah, so anywhere between 3 to 5% is what a borrower will need, and that depends on whether they're a first-time home buyer or not.
What is the average processing time for a loan?
So we can typically get a loan done anywhere from start to finish, anywhere from 18 to 28 days.
How often will they be updated on the loan's progress?
So yeah, updates and communication is one of our main points here. We want to make sure we're offering a smooth, transparent transaction. And we know for first-time homebuyers specifically, there's a lot of uncertainties as far as what's going on. What does this mean? What does that mean? So we want to make sure we're updating them at least twice a week, sometimes more, depending if they have more questions. Yeah, as much as needed for, some people like to speak daily. Other clients like to be updated once a week, depending just on their life or their preference. We make sure that communication is key because there's a lot of, people can be scared a lot of the times with the uncertainties involved.
Do clients have to sign all the paperwork in person?
So nowadays we handle everything virtually. Realistically, we don't need to sign anything in person. Of course, if a client prefers to come meet in person or likes to meet in person to handle the transaction, our doors are always open.
Any closing thoughts you want to mention to the audience?
Yeah, so if I can leave everyone who watched this video with one thing, it would be to always consult with a mortgage professional when considering purchasing a home. Oftentimes, I encounter home buyers that are negatively influenced by their peers, not by intention, but just naturally. You got to remember, everyone's situation is different than the next person. So your friend or family member who purchased, they might have used a specific loan program or the process was a certain way, which doesn't really directly translate to what you have chosen or what you will experience. So and if your question is if now is the right time to buy, I say this: if you have made the decision to purchase a home, then it is the right time for you to purchase a home.
I could sum it up in one word: choice. Everybody likes to have a choice, and it's up to the people to choose what they feel is the best business decision for themselves. Our job is just to give you the options based on your criteria, based on your financial situation, based on your goals and desires to get this home that you want to buy with a home loan. Our job is to give you these choices laying right in front of you and explain to you the choices that you have. And then we leave it up to you or the buyers to make the best decision. We're not here to influence you or to persuade you or dissuade you either way. We're going to find the best deals for you, put them in front of you, and let you choose what's best for you. And if you're not sure, Chris or one of the other loan originators will be more than happy to explain everything involved with that home loan so that you guys can make that best business decision.